Hi, what's up everybody? My name is AC. My Twitter handle is babyboard and I go by borderline board baby online. I created this channel just to talk about borderline personality disorder. I have uploaded 2 previous videos. It's been a while since I posted last because I have been extremely busy handling my mental health along with grad school and also a brand new job. So it's been kind of challenging. But May is Borderline Personality Disorder Awareness Month, and I kind of just wanted to talk about the stigma that surrounds borderline personality disorder because, let's be honest, it's really hard to find help, and a lot of people don't take it seriously because they don't understand what it's like. So I wanted to dispel some myths and kind of tell some truths about borderline personality disorder as well. So myth number 1 that I want to get into is that people with BPD are not neurodivergent. This is a new one. A popular influencer took to Twitter to say that people with BPD are not neurodivergent, which is just not true. There have been brain scans done that show that there are 3 parts of the brain that either had unusual levels of activity or that they were smaller than a neurotypical sized person's brain, and that would be the amygdala, the orbital frontal cortex, and the hippocampus. So that's the first myth that I wanted to get out of the way. Also, borderline personality disorder affects the way you think, so automatically to me that says neurodivergent, but what do I know? Anyways, myth number 2 I want to talk about is that people with BPD are dramatic, or that we're drama queens, or that we're too emotional, and that's just not true. We feel the same emotions that everybody else feels, only I think it's like magnified by like 100. So while things trigger us that may not trigger other people, our pain is very real. It's not being dramatic about it. That's how it actually feels to us. Like, it's not fun. Nobody's just being dramatic for the sake of being dramatic. I know I'm definitely not. Somewhere I had seen borderline personality disorder described as living without skin, so it feels like all your nerve endings are just exposed and any slight thing that touches them just triggers it, and I feel like that's true for me. It's gotten a little bit better with medication, but once again, like, it's not being dramatic for the sake of being dramatic. Another myth I kind of want to talk about is that people with borderline personality disorder are manipulative or abusive. I think that it can come across that way, at least in my case, because a lot of the times I will be upset about something and hold it in and not know if I should be upset about it or not, and then I explode, and then immediately afterwards I feel guilty. So it looks like manipulation, but it's not. It's me fighting the battle with inside myself of, should I feel bad about this? I feel guilty, like I've overreacted. Is this something that should make me uncomfortable? And for me, I know that that's really hard to distinguish because I've had years of abuse. I've been in a 6-year-long abusive relationship. I'm not anymore, but I was. And I know that I felt invalidated with my concerns a lot, and also just other aspects of life have made me feel invalidated. So it's hard for me to come out and say, this makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it. It's not that I am being manipulative or anything like that. It's just I don't know how to properly communicate that this makes me uncomfortable because in the past I've been treated poorly. So, anywho, another myth I wanted to talk about is that we are combative. Sorry, I can't speak. So the same influencer that said that people with borderline personality disorder are not neurodivergent also claimed that we were very combative when a large population of people with BPD on Twitter called them out. We're not combative. It may come across that way, but we've had to deal with this stigma for a really long time, and people don't understand us. So it may seem like we're coming across combative, but we're not. We feel like we can't consistently have to defend ourselves because that's basically all the majority of us have had all our lives is ourselves. And maybe like a small support group or a therapist or somebody to help. But a lot of the times, like I said, the stigma just makes it seem over dramatic, and it's just hard to find help. I know a lot of mental health professionals won't work with people with borderline personality disorder because of the stigma around it. And not only that, but it's hard to find help, period. So people with BPD benefit the most from dialectic behavior therapy. I hope I'm saying that right. It's DBT, that's just what I know it as. Which was created by somebody who has BPD or whatever. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, and that can be really hard to find. I know for me, I live in a small southern area, so our first DBT clinic opened up in about December, and before then, the closest one was like 100 miles away or something. And also, DBT can be very expensive to access. Not everybody has the same resources, and so it's just very stigmatized and very hard to find help for, but you can find help. I just wanted to throw that out there. So those were a few of the rumors that I kind of wanted to, not rumors, myths that I kind of wanted to dispel. Now I want to go over some truths about BPD, at least my BPD anyways, and I'm sure this rings true for other people, but I feel like my BPD has made me more empathetic towards others, like deeply empathetic, and I think that comes from years of just being misunderstood as a person. So it's easy for me to see somebody else's struggles and help or feel a certain type of way because I know what it feels like to be invalidated with trauma and abuse and the way you feel inside of you. And so I know that my BPD has made me more empathetic towards other situations and other people. Also, I feel like my BPD has made me very creative. I actually looked kind of up some things because I didn't know if that was just a me thing, but it seems to be a shared trait that most people with borderline personality disorder have, is to be creative. And we're just inside our minds a lot, and so I think that contributes to that. Also, my BPD makes me extremely loyal. If you're my friend, you're my friend, and I'm going to stick up for you. I think that's because I didn't have that a lot, and so that's what I needed. And I want to be that for other people, and I'm sure plenty of people with BPD feel the same way. Of course, there's the whole attachment issue, but and that can kind of contribute to being loyal, I suppose. But I also feel like it just has a lot to do with not having a support system, and once you find people that are supportive to you, you want to protect them at all costs, and that's just my personal thought process on that. Also, I feel like we're some of the strongest people out there. I mean, everybody that faces daily struggles are strong, but people with borderline personality disorder, like I said before, feeling our emotions so much and feeling like we have no skin every day, not every day, but most days can be a struggle, at least for me, I know. And so I have dealt with just the being inside my own mind and battling that every day, and not only that, but battling the stigma and then all the trauma that contributed to my borderline personality disorder. All of those things have made me stronger and more resilient. I've had days where I have just wanted to unalive myself, but I push myself through that, and I think that it's just made me resilient. It's made me extremely resilient. I know that I see the world in a different view than some people, and that's okay because I know how to deal with it a little bit better. I can be empathetic, I can be creative, I can be strong, I can be loyal, I can be kind, I can be all of these things. And that may not be because of my borderline personality disorder, that may just be who I am as a person, but I guess that I just wanted to kind of break the stigma that we are manipulative, drama queens, abusive, not neurodivergent. Those are just a couple of things. I'm sure there's a gazillion more, but like I said, I just wanted to make a quick little video because I haven't uploaded anything in a long time, and because May is Borderline Personality Disorder Awareness Month. So I felt like it was super important to get this out here, especially when you have people on the internet spreading false information. I feel like it's very important to dispel those facts, because once again, spreading false information just kind of it exasperates, I can't talk, the stigma, and it makes it harder for us to get help, and it makes it harder to just live every day. So that's really all I had to say. Sorry that I can't speak well, and sorry that I'm not good at video editing, so I'm probably not gonna edit this video because I just don't feel like it. I am not good at it. Anyways, though, I wish you all much love, light, happiness, and just to all my BPD babes out there, I know it's a struggle, but we'll get through it. We are strong and we can conquer anything. And that's basically all I had to say. So, goodbye.